Hey guys, Marc here from Casting Crowns. I've got a couple quick thoughts on one of my favorite books in the Bible. My favorite book is James and Philippians, but James was the first that I really read as a young believer because I'm dyslexic and ADD, so I don't do reading very well. And so James was a short book, so I decided to read it first. And that's the first time it was like God was talking to me through his word. It's awesome to have a teacher teach. It's awesome to hear other people's stories to inspire me. But when it's just me and Jesus in my room, whole new level. And the verse that I want to read you guys in James, there's so many of these, but this one is, "Know this, my beloved brothers, let every person be quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger. For the anger of man does not produce the righteousness of God." So be quick to hear, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. So when my son was first born, he's 20 now, because I'm old, but we had taken him to church for the very first time. And we were coming out of the church, and there were like 3 steps, right? And so as I was coming down the steps, I'm holding John Michael, and I tripped, and I started falling towards the parking lot. And it was literally 3 steps from the ground. So it was so fast that all I know is when I landed on my back holding him like this. And it was so fast, my whole body is shaking, my air's knocked out of me, I can't breathe. And I'm just holding him up and give him to Melanie. And as I'm getting up, a guy helps me up from my church, and I told him, I was like, man, that was such a God thing, because I don't know how I fell like that. Because when you're falling, you automatically put your hands out, right? Or you roll or something, because I don't need to hit my face. I don't need to fall this way. I need to do this right. And somehow I land on my back, and there wasn't time to go, I'll be a hero. There wasn't like a moment like that. It just kind of happened. And I told it to the friend of mine, and he said, well, what's different is you're a daddy now. And I thought about that the rest of the day. My whole life up until that point, when I would fall down, my first thought was me. My first response was protect me, always. And it is for all of us. And now my first response is to protect him. Does that make sense? When I read this, God is saying I need to be quick to listen, slow to speak. Why is he saying I need to be quick to listen? Why is he saying I need to be slow to speak? Because God doesn't have my first response yet, right? When something happens to me, I tend to respond like Marc and not like Jesus. So what God is doing is he's saying, look, let me have your first response. Just be slower to speak, and let me help you with what you should say. Be quicker to listen, and know that they might be having a bad day, and that's why they're doing what they're doing. So listen through people's words and hear their heart a little more. And so what this verse is telling me, and I needed to hear this today, is that I need to give God my first response to things. It's not good for me to blurt out my temper and just say these things out of my hurt and then have to try to apologize my way out of it. Instead, I need to say, Lord, I'm slowing down. You have this moment. You show me what to say. You show me how to love. I hope this encourages you guys. We're praying for you. I love all my friends in Lebanon. Talk to you soon.